How you doing? My name is Cephas Harden. I want to thank y'all for tuning in with me on my World War II news and my Holocaust questions. Thank you. Today I'll be asking y'all about the Jewish Holocaust that happened during World War II, the years of 1935 to 1944, that was arranged by Adolf Hitler, the dictator of Germany. And I just wanted to ask y'all a few questions to see how y'all felt. So Trip, tell me how you feel about the Holocaust.
I feel like it was probably one of the worst things that happened in world history. And
Yes, we have billions and millions of people, of Jewish people, being burnt alive, taken from their homes, their families, their businesses. It's a very bad time for the world.
It was a terrible experience for families. They split up. They never see each other again. Dying for no actual reason. It's like they didn't know what the reason was, but the reason was just because he didn't like Jewish people, and it was kind of messed up because most of the world didn't know what was going on at the time. So,
What effects you think it has on the world today and on Jews?
I mean, nowadays you see people, they got sympathy for Jews. Like, they shouldn't have that type of sympathy for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it wouldn't have happened, they would be treated the same as all other religions, but everybody has sympathy because of what happened.
I feel as if the world has moved on, but it hasn't fully recovered yet. That people know what happened, you're not blinded by it, but they still know that time in history happened to that certain people, and people feel as they feel bad for them, but I think in this time now, it's more recovered back then than what it is now.
I honestly think that more and more people are beginning to learn about it, so like that may help us not have to repeat what happened.
Do you think Hitler should be forgiven, Tyree?
You know, Hitler was a horrible, despicable human being for what he did to the Jewish people. And for the reason doing it was because he tried to get into art school and he blamed the Jews on his failures in life. So he pointed the blame at a race on certain people, and it was the Jewish people. And I feel bad for them that his pity and his failure led to their execution.
His experience in his childhood led to him feeling the way that he felt. I don't think that he should be forgiven because, like, what he did to the Jewish people is just messed up. Like, you shouldn't do that to a race of people just because you dislike them because of your failure. So.
How many Jews do you think were killed in the Holocaust?
How many were killed?
How many you think were killed?
It was about 6 million.
It was a vast number of millions. What was the first one?
How many Jews do you think were killed in the Holocaust?
There was a vast number of Jewish people in the millions. A lot of people perished, children included, elders, everybody. It was a very sad time.
Give me an exact number, what you think.
Around 10 million.
Approximately 50 million.
50 million? Now, many people have their opinion on whether or not the Holocaust even happened. What do you believe?
You say it one more time?
Many people have a conspiracy theory as to whether or not the Holocaust happened. What do you believe?
I don't really get into conspiracy theories and all that. I feel like just live your life and the world and whatever happens in the world happens. Shit. Excuse me.
The Holocaust is not a conspiracy theory. There are factual evidence and substance behind the reasons. There are concentration camps, there's burnt bodies, there's a lot of things you've got methods that knows of what it happened. It's not a conspiracy, it happened. People just don't want to deal with it because it's something sad that happened, but it has occurred in American history.
I feel like there is evidence about it, books, diaries, pictures. I believe it's a museum as well. So I don't think it'll be a conspiracy. They have all the evidence there.
How many museums do you think are in the U.S.? Or how many states hold museums in the U.S.?
How many states
How many states?
have museums?
Jewish Holocaust museums.
Shit, everyone better have one. Nah, I cuss.
How many you think? Give me a number.
Can't cuss.
How many Jewish Holocaust museums do you think there are in the states? I mean, how many states do you think have Jewish Holocaust museums out of the 50?
I believe all 50 have it.
35.
10.
Surprisingly, there's only 26 states that have Jewish
Oh, my
Holocaust
goodness.
museums.
No.
26.
North Carolina has one.
Do you think the Allies could have done anything to come in quicker and stop the persecutions? Or do you think they took urgent measures?
They did what they could because, honestly, the U.S. wasn't involved until later in the war, and then but you have the British that were over there. They, their army or whatever is not as big as Germany, so they really couldn't do anything to save them. But they did everything they could.
Well, during the war, no one knew the depths of Hitler, of really taking out the Jewish race. So at that time, it wasn't a full-blown Save the Jews project. They knew it was happening, but they didn't know it was on such a massive scale as he was doing. So yes, they could have helped, but from all the intel they knew, they didn't act as quickly as they could because they thought it was on a smaller scale.
They didn't have as much technology to understand what was actually going on over there quick enough. So therefore, I think they did enough. Well, I mean, they didn't really do enough. They could have helped a little bit more, but they did as much as they can.
I like that, man. Do you think the Jews put up a fight against the Nazis? You think they revolted?
No, they had nothing. They had no protection. They didn't know what was coming.
Yeah, it was a shot at the dark. It was a surprise attack. And the Jewish people by nature aren't hostile and aggressive towards people. They do their everyday lives, and all of a sudden Germans barge in their houses and in their businesses and everything. Just took them out one by one, and there's not enough time for having a vote to recalculate what they want to do and get back to where they want to be.
It was just like a sudden attack, kind of. Like they didn't know that it was gonna happen. It just came up on them, and like the most they could do was try to hide, but by then they was already captured. So.
Believe it or not, guys, the Nazis actually had revolts against them with the Jews. There was 3 types of armed activities: ghetto revolts, resistance in concentration and death camps, and partisan warfare. There was also a ghetto revolt called Warsaw Ghetto Revolt. It lasted for about 5 weeks, starting on April 19th, 1943, and that's probably the biggest Jewish revolt, like armed revolt, like against the Nazis. And there's also many other smaller ghetto revolts, but I know that probably shocks y'all that actually happened. So they were actually fighting for their lives. And if you were a Jew at the time, what would you have done? And how do you think you would have felt? How do you think you would have felt being outcasted for no reason, just because who you are, what you believe in?
I probably would kill myself. Honestly, if they gonna kill me, one of the two.
I feel like I would have stripped my dignity, but at the same time, we have hope and strength that you can get through any bad time. That we got to bond closer to your people to get over a bad situation.
I would try to at least make an effort to fight, not just to kill myself. I try to
Put a shot.
I just continue till I just try to escape somehow.
You think y'all would have hid?
They definitely would have killed me before we would have even got to the camp, honestly.
Yeah, I would have tried to hide. I'd probably be like Anne Frank. Trying to
She did this right now.
She did.
Not when she got captured.
I know, but she hid, Larry. So.
All of them was hiding.
Oh, also, by the way, there was actually 6 million Jews that were estimated to be killed in the Holocaust.
You said 10.
Why you said 50?
Oh my God.
It was actually 6. That was based on the census back from the
There's probably way more.
Always listen to
A lot of
listening.
stuff probably just got always listen unrecorded.
There's no estimate. There's no exact number, but that's the estimate.
It's in the millions.
My point is that.
That was based on the demographic population taken after the World War II.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I just want to thank y'all for doing my interview.